Hey everybody, Jammer here back with another discussion. Today I am joined by Nick.
Hey, what's up?
Today we are going to be talking about Miitomo. Now I'll hand it over to the real Jammer and Nick.
Here we go.
That was good intro.
Good intro.
Thanks, me lookalikes. So yeah, we're talking about Miitomo. So far, I believe they announced within like the first few days, it's reached over 3 million users worldwide. It seems pretty catching on, pretty awesome. It's featured on the iPhone App Store. It's supposed to do pretty well. So I thought it'd be just fun to just kind of talk about it because we are obsessed with freaking Miitomo. So let's just start with your first overall impressions. And then we'll start kind of getting to like, the longevity of the app and just some of the specific features and whatnot.
I mean, when I first got into it, I didn't really know what to expect. I was expecting kind of a bunch of mini games built into it. Initially, when you start off, it's not the easiest thing to get used to, but figuring it all out, it's worth it because you do have that mini game feature. I spend 99% of my time just answering the thing's questions.
I hate it. Dude, you answered like 500 questions. How have they not ran out yet?
That's the amazing part. I mean, some of them are just the same question, just worded differently, but for the most part, they're different questions.
It's horrible because my phone just keeps going off.
Hey, if anything, I'm the guy challenging them.
Pretty much, just test the extent of how many questions are actually in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I kind of expected more, I don't know, game aspects to it. Like the Miitomo drop is like not really that fun. Let's be honest.
No.
I hate that little mode. I mean, I never win anything, and so like I guess in a way I kind of expected a little bit more game wise. But as far as like what we knew was gonna happen, like the question thing totally works just how it should be. And yeah, they're fun to answer. I like definitely seeing other people. Like it's fun when other people also comment on your answer. Like, so if you just answer the questions, it's so boring.
It's super boring.
So like, but like when like someone responds to it or sees other people's answers and like you get a conversation thread going about the whole topic, I think that's what really excels.
It really is. It's, in my opinion, it's a new form of social media that really is working.
Yeah, definitely. And it's really a shame, speaking of social media, that's the only way you can add people besides the face-to-face. When we got it on launch day, we were blown away because we were both from wherever. We were somewhere else.
Yeah, I was at my place, you're at yours.
We didn't really want to freaking sync up to Facebook or Twitter, you know, and we couldn't add each other. And like we sent each other our QRs thinking that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. But that didn't, like, what's the point of the QR then?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, maybe, because I know you can save more than one me to your own game. So maybe it's to like, you can have my me, but like, what's the point of that? Because once you're friends, you can already put your me in pictures. And so it's like, I don't know, like I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm already starting to talk about things I want to improve, but like that is something that has to come to Miitomo. They have to bring at least some in-app ad like friend lists. You know,
if it was just like, you know, hey, do you want to send your me to this person? You send it as like a text link or something. That would work.
Exactly,
you know?
or even a username search.
Username,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Make some sort of custom username. I mean, for example, because if you linked it with your My Nintendo account, every My Nintendo account is a unique username. For example, just search the My Nintendo account name and your character will pop up and just add them. It's that simple.
And if you don't have a My Nintendo account or anything, it just gives you like an artificial
it'll just be like me1357 or, you know.
Something generic.
Yeah, so it was mind blowing. But the thing is, I would like to point this out though. It really feels like Nintendo's been making mobile apps since ever. Because like this is amazing, but not only is it amazing, it feels like a Nintendo game. Like we've played tons of mobile games. Like this, I don't really know what it is. It has that Nintendo feel to it. I mean, it's not.
It does.
I mean, obviously it's got the me, like the you know, some of the Nintendo charm where like if you say Nintendo in the game, it'll do a little Mario coin. There's other Easter eggs like that, for example. But like just like I don't know, the UI and like just how it's laid out, it really feels like we're playing a Nintendo game.
What impresses me the most though is like the speech.
The dictation?
Yeah, the dictation.
It's unbelievably good.
It's amazing.
Siri is nothing compared to this. Literally, our Miis can pronounce anything.
They can pronounce
It pronounces my last name right. Yep. It's unbelievable.
I know. Though, I say the best thing about it, though, is when you type in, like, Jesus, and it goes, Jesus. The politically correct me, you know?
The best, it is kind of funny when, it does incorrectly pronounce some things. Like, for example, if you type in ha-ha, he won't laugh. He goes, ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha.
I didn't find a solution to that, but too extensive.
But no, what it also is cool is if you actually put an emoticon, or even if you go old-fashioned and put the semicolon parenthesis, you actually can change the emotion of how the me presents the information. So, for example, if I just wrote out a complete sentence, and let's say I didn't even phrase it as a sad sentence. If I put a sad face at the end, it would make the me cry while he's telling the whole thing.
It's way cool. I love how they're able to like incorporate that kind of acknowledgement of, oh, this is supposed to be sad. Let's make him sad.
Yeah, and the emotions usually fit really well. Sometimes when you say like serious things, that the crazy face comes up, and it's like, where did that come from? And speaking of faces, let's just bring it up. You've already been looking at it this whole video. Yes, those are all our me photos. That is probably the mode we are most obsessed with. You're pretty. I mean, honestly, what's crazy is I actually need to point this out first. You've never been more obsessed with a Nintendo game more than me. Really, Miitomo was the first one. You're more obsessed than me. I only answer like 5 questions a day. You are at 500. Like I said, 500 some. I'm getting ringed every second. But anyways, what I was saying, me photo, it's still my favorite.
My absolute favorite.
Exactly. And literally the first day, I'm pretty sure we stayed up till 3 in the morning sending me photos back and forth. You can even see these in the video. These things, like some of our, like, not to toot our horns, but we were making some hilarious freaking photos.
I mean, I will admit, I do use the same face in 99% of them, but it is a good face.
And it works.
It works. That's the best part.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because it's like, I want to say it's like Photoshop, but it's like it's a photo editing, but it's also like you just throw in your cute little me, like, and it adds so much emotion to freaking photos. Like I could send you a funny photo. Let's say I'm sending you a funny photo of someone sleeping on a park bench, but then I put my me next to it who's like sitting on it, and then I put like the like serious face or like the licking lips, and I'm just sitting on his butt or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It literally makes the photo 10 times better.
So much better. I mean, it's great because you can even scale the Miis, which I didn't know for the first little bit, and then you finally explained it because I skipped through the instructions, but I was like, this is amazing. Like, they thought it through. They really
and
did.
the controls are actually pretty, like, you actually, like, it's stretch and strength, just like a touch. The only thing played I do have is when you want to move the character around, like, I know you have to, like, hold it down, but I never hold it down long enough. I'm not impatient. I'm too impatient. So I always, like, end up rotating. I'm like, gosh dang it, like, that was the angle I wanted, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the only gripe I have with that. Like, I guess they could maybe fix that. I don't know, but
I don't know. I haven't had too many problems with it. I think it's just user error. Honestly,
You're the worst. So, without a doubt, first impressions, we are obsessed with this game. We have so much fun.
And like you said, I'm not even a huge Nintendo fan.
And you're all over this.
I mean, I acknowledge Nintendo, great games, but this one, it has replaced my Angry Birds. It has replaced my Tinder.
That's saying something, people. That really is.
It really is.
No, so what I wanted to bring up was, so yeah, first impressions are great, but what do you think about the longevity of this game? Like, we are having a lot of fun in the first weeks. Do you think this is gonna get old? Do you think that it's gonna get worn out eventually, or what do you think the life cycle?
The way it's going, I mean, for us right now, just photos and funny conversations. I feel like, we're close friends. We've known each other for a while, so I feel like for us, it'll last longer than most people. But for, like, just Joe Schmo picking it up for the first time, I give it, like, 2-3 weeks before he'd start being like, there's no real point to this.
Why do you think that would even, like, why, like, I want to just explain why do you think that,
Mostly because it doesn't really allow much incorporation of multiplayer use. It just, maybe I visit your house, I'll answer some questions, that's the extent of it. If they had, like, tennis, and you got
like
your
little mini games,
and you had to like tap the screen when the ball came to you,
and play multiplayer.
Multiplayer, like it'd be interesting,
doable.
Yeah, they could do it. I mean, it's done every day.
I've never heard that idea. That's actually pretty. I mean, I agree. They need to add more games.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily that that's going to extend the life of. But the thing is, this is a mobile game, and mobile games update all the time. All the time. And hopefully, Nintendo realizes this, because usually Nintendo's mantra is they make a game, it's outputted, it's done, and then within the exception of only the last few years, they started patching.
Yep.
Because even in the early days of the Wii U, they didn't even start patching. So I mean, it wasn't until like Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and they started like actually patching new stuff in. So hopefully, I mean, of course, Niantic, I think, is the game developer of this, and they're a mobile studio anyways, so they probably know what's up, so we shouldn't worry about that anyways. But like, so I'm really, they definitely need to continue to add life to this game if they want to keep the success going.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I mean, just incorporate Mii Sports.
Or even a basketball shooter, and you just like shoot basketballs into like the in the arcades, we just shoot up basketballs, or maybe like a let's say targets go across the screen, you just like tap them and like shoot like little tin cans off the screen, like in Wii Play, that'd be a lot of fun. So as far as extending the longevity, I think some new features they could add. I got a couple ideas, and you probably have some of yours. I'll go first. So I feel like the apartment customization has to be a thing.
Mhm.
I'm
agree.
a little jealous because I went to your apartment and you have a stereo.
Yeah, I do.
I have pillows. I literally, where you have a stereo, I have 2 pillows in my apartment.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm like, what? How did you get a stereo? And how cool would it be if you have your Miis and, like actually interact with the stuff in your apartment? So let's say you could buy stuff for your apartment. Let's say you
That'd
could,
be cool.
because like in Tomodachi Life, you could give your me dogs and cats. You could buy like makeup kits where they like put on beauty
Yeah,
on their
yeah.
face. You could give them bubble blowers. You could give them a DS. They could sit down. So it'd be
awesome.
cool to give your Miis like stuff to play with. So you
Oh,
can
yeah.
like make it, I guess, more like Tomodachi Life, even though it's I guess a little bit different.
And see, they could even use that just for advertisement. Throw in the Nintendo 3DS, you know?
Mhm.
You know, you're gonna see your me playing it and you're like, hey, what is that? You're gonna look it up, you're gonna be like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because
Buy it.
nobody knows what 3DS
Well,
is.
I'm just saying, like, you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
it's self-advertising.
What if they put an NX in there, you know? That'd be pretty
Genius.
sweet. That would be advertising.
Right?
all the way.
Exactly. When they give it out for free to everybody as
Yeah.
the first one to launch this new idea. Yeah, that'd be a cool
pretty
idea.
cool, yeah.
So, well, yeah, what else do you think that, besides the, obviously more games,
So, more games. I like their customization. I mean,
like the clothes?
they have like the set clothes,
Yeah.
and I've noticed some of those have even updated, so that
Mhm.
way you can have newer ones. I like the daily deals that you can get.
Yeah.
But I do feel like at the same time they need to have a little bit more options, which I know it'll grow and expand.
Yeah, because
over
I mean,
time.
yeah, as it stands now, they do like, there's only a set amount per day,
Yeah.
and then there's a standard amount that's always, or standard sets that are always there every
Yeah.
day. Yeah, okay.
I mean, if anything, what if they just do that day thing? It just unlocks that day, and then you just save it, so it actually grows this expanding list. You know, maybe there's a
Yeah.
sale on it that day, but then
Mhm.
like it jumps up another 1,000.
And some price or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
And speaking of price, man, it's so easy to make money in this game.
So
like
easy, I
that's
love it.
another thing I almost forgot to mention this.
Mm.
The microtransactions are like you never need to use them. Really,
No.
you don't. Like that was a thing a lot of people feared when Nintendo was going
Mhm.
mobile. They're like, oh crap, they're gonna microtransaction the crap out of it, especially if it's a free game like this one.
Yep.
So a lot of people were like, oh crap, like it's gonna be horrible. They're not gonna be able to make a good game out of it. But literally, I have gotten like 20 plus game tickets. I think I have over 10,000 coins,
Yep.
and honestly, we're the only 2 people that really play it.
Oh.
So I'm getting all these coins from only playing with basically one person.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty great. I mean, it just comes. It's quick. It's
Yeah, so
easy,
you
it's
can
painless.
the best part is you can actually play this game absolutely for free. You don't actually have to invest
No.
any money.
You
So
really
like it
don't.
does make me kind of wonder if that's actually good financially for Nintendo. Like, are a lot of people even buying game tickets because at this point it's so easy to get stuff?
Yeah.
But there's probably those probably those people out there that have to buy every
Yeah.
single item from the daily deal.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's they're raking in the coinage.
They probably are. Yeah. I mean, guarantee there's somebody out there just trying to get that log costume that's on right now, and they're just throwing cash at Nintendo trying to get enough tickets for it.
That was definitely not me. I can't. That log thing is impossible. Yeah, they need a new minigame mode. I seriously can never unlock those. I got the
know.
cat because I think it was
Yeah.
easy. You just drop it straight.
Yeah.
But then seriously, I always get candy, and I could care less about candy.
I have too much candy. It's literally told me you maxed out.
Really?
It does. Yeah.
I really wish they currency exchange. So you could
Currency
exchange.
exchange, yeah.
Let's say you could exchange money for game tickets at a discounted rate. So
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of like the 500, let's say you could buy a pack of 5 game tickets for less than 500
Yeah.
times. Yeah. And then let's say you could also maybe use candy to buy game tickets or maybe buy more coins.
Like 5 candies for 1 game ticket.
Yeah, because like we have so much candy at this
So much
point,
candy.
and I mean all it does at this point is if you talk or listening to answers from somebody, you'll get to a certain point where they'll stop telling you answers. If you want to hear more answers, you can spend candy,
Yeah, exactly.
or if you want to hear a specific answer that you haven't heard yet, you can spend candy for that
Yeah.
as well. Other than that, candy's just down there.
Yeah.
So like I would love to see currency change because like I don't plan on ever using like if I'm not allowed to see your answer today, oh well.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not like, oh my god, I have to know
Yeah.
what he thinks about the weather today. I'll just text you. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like, I mean, of course, it's more fun to talk through Miitomo, but like, I can wait. I
Yeah,
can wait.
we
I don't
can
have to play. Like the candy seems like they need to
It's redundant. I mean, you just keep getting it and you're not going to use it.
exactly.
That's the problem.
So yeah.
I mean,
Right. Sorry.
sorry. What I was just going to do was jumping back to your whole like customization of your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
The photos.
Oh yeah, the
It'd be
picture
so
frames.
cool if you could like put that out like on a counter, and then when your me visits, if it's a new one, he goes up to it, he picks it up, and then like maybe does an expression or something.
What'd be cool is because so how me photos work now is if you change your clothes, that gets sent out to your friends. But if you just make one for fun and you don't do it in a comment, no one will ever see it.
No one sees
So
it.
like maybe they should add a new tab when you visit a friend's house, and maybe you can look at their like photo album.
Yeah.
And you flip open a little book, and then you see all their Mii photos they've ever made, and you
Yep.
can like look at them, you can like them, you can comment on just the photo.
Yep.
Because I think Mii photo is honestly more successful than the Miitomo itself.
It really is.
Because honestly, I'm looking on Twitter, all I see is Mii photos.
Yep.
All I see is Mii photos.
Facebook, all I see
Right?
is Mii photos.
So I feel like that's definitely I think that's definitely where they should focus if they're gonna be like building on the game. They should definitely try to focus on Mii photo,
expand on it.
just because it's already as successful as it is now, and adding more features, more background, maybe more poses, more animations.
Props.
Yeah, props. Yeah,
Props would be
exactly.
awesome, yeah.
So or how cool would it be if they do like face cutouts and like you could set, or how about they have this was in Tomodachi Life. So basically you could take a bunch of Miis and do a team photo, a team portrait, and all the Miis are already set up in poses, and you just paste the faces in the right places. So for example, there's a cheerleader one, you have like 5 Miis on top of each other, and they're all like your Mii's face. You can change the faces, you know.
That's awesome.
And so like there'd be kind of fun things like that if they could put that in the game.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like Tomodachi Life, but I mean this game, you know, with
Pretty much
success,
is,
yeah, it'd
yeah.
be great for it, you
It'd
know.
be awesome. I mean, there's a lot they could do with it. It's a mobile game. They're going to be fixing it every day, probably. So
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely. So our number one is the friendless thing, and then all the other features will be totally fun. But friendless, like adding people through just the
They
game,
gotta fix
that has to happen. I honestly hope it happens within the couple next weeks, because
Oh,
seriously,
for sure.
it's a hindrance. It really is.
by the end of this month, it needs to. happen.
Let's
It
hope,
really
anyways.
does.
So, if it isn't obvious enough, we love Miitomo,
We
but
love
definitely let us know down in the comments how much you love or even hate Miitomo. We'd love to know what you guys think about it. And of course, give this video a huge awesome like. You guys give me an awesome ton of support, and you should subscribe because Miitomo and Nintendo. Oh yeah. So anyways, I want to thank you. I already said that. You want to say anything before we leave?
Once again, I'm going to thank you guys. Nintendo did something right for once. I love it. I would buy into it any day of the week. If they put Miitomo onto a Wii U or an NX, I'd buy it.
But does it need to be? I mean, like, I guess play Tomodachi. Hey, just play. You have a 3DS. Play Tomodachi Life. It literally is this game, but it's like an actual game of it.
That's true. That's true.
So, anyways, yeah. Finally, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. See ya.
So Nick, what should we do for the outro?
Eat some food, drink some water, have some jelly beans. Maybe just say bye. I guess I'll just relieve some victory smells. To Isengard.
That literally made no sense, but I couldn't have said it better. Ha 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 ha.
Go.